Important thing to note about Rocket Raccoon chat, generally speaking, he's not a turn 1 play. This is one of the few situations where maybe you could consider playing him on 1, but generally he is part of your later turn plays when you can fit him into your curve and have some accurate prediction of where your opponent's going to be playing their stuff.
Opponent snapped.
Ajax was updated to a 5/5 for a 4/4. That doesn't surprise me. My expectation is that he's going to be a Darkhawk level card. And the fact that they're not going to let him play, they're not going to let you play him on the same turn as Hazmat is a big deal. It's not an accident. Must resist Legion Brain. Must resist Legion Brain. I'll snap him back here on the Polaris. We have Legion Brain too, but Polaris. If I do this and they play center, I can arrow here. And if I do this and they play here and we hit it here, we could Legion Squirrels next turn, potentially. It's close. Feels kind of coin flippy where they're gonna play here. I think this is right though. Oh, wow! What a play! Guaranteed to punch him right. Okay, wait, and their last played card was this. So if I arrow here, I have priority. We'll pull this into here, putting them to 7, and then so long as whatever they play is less than 11, we're winning here, right? I think we're actually gonna successfully resist Legion Brain here. Oh, I knew they had a 12 power pig too, rip. Unlucky. Damn. Dead? I think we're dead. If I'd have arrowed center last turn, I would have been 12 to 22. Gosh, I'd have won if I would have just arrowed center, yeah? With the Magneto draw. It would have been 22 to 23. Or it would have been 12 to 23, and then I would have gotten him. Really close game.
Escaped.
Also smart with my Juggernaut Kingpin turn 2. The draw mode I wanted for Christmas.
Oh, snap.
Snap on turn 2 Pixie. Waiting for a riper pig target. We're guaranteed to pig Thanos against Thanos. Pixie is not replaceable in decks that are playing her. The answer is play something else. How about if we both just draw a bunch of cards? I think that's good for my deck that got Pixied. So, Nico Magneto. Nico Magneto lets me win the left. And then I'll do this, and then I have a combination of Arrow Rocket or Jug Rocket next turn. I'm also drawing Craven, so I could like Craven plus Jug plus Rocket. Does their list play Blue Marvel? No, in general, you shouldn't play around Blue Marvel out of Thanos until you see it. Usually they don't have room.
We are the future.
So, Juggernaut Center wins the game?
Victory.
They just didn't think we could beat them on the left, and they thought they were a lock on the right. Two really interesting games so far. That's the thing, like, even when these... I don't know that I expect the deck that we're playing to be good. I think Kingpin's probably still going to be a little bit on the weak side. But even when that's the case, these types of decks always generate really satisfying games of Marvel Snap. I always walk away from them feeling like I had a ton of meaningful and interesting decisions to make. Yeah, that's true. Hamming the Thanos into the Mobius deck is not stellar, but I want to try and fill here if we draw cheap things on curve. Yep. They have a free Thanos to play on the right. Running Mobius against our Spider-Ham deck freaking snipers. Yeah, punished for not playing Iceman instead.
Opponent snapped.
Probably supposed to leave. Sad, but
Escaped.
that's all. It's all because we hammed them and they had Mobius. Oh yeah, the Mobius stuff by Raft too. Easy. I forgot about that part. Their Mobius stops my Raph card for being cheap too. Yeah, great call. McKay, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. So, I was gonna hem and haw a little bit here about whether or not I wanted to Craven or Pixie on 2. This just gave them a 50% chance to have my Mobius, so I'm not gonna Pixie on 2. I'm gonna step them back here. I've played enough of this matchup. I want to get to another one, and I think we're in a fine spot. I'm gonna Craven into Polaris. We'll just like try and play a fair, honest game. I assume this snap means that they got our Mobius. This Pixie isn't even that good, but I just like don't have anything else to do, so giddy up, cowboy. They have Space Stone. Damn, shuts it off. They have 50% to have our Mobius, though. What they want. Can I win though if I pull Call and Hope? Is that enough? Like, obviously it's like the God Gamer best draw possible. But like we're gonna pull Call and Hope out of the left. I might lose the path that he's in. Because he's pulling 14. Play both right. I mean, in theory, they have one card in each lane, and I think their most likely play is move Jeff center plus play 2 more cards. Because they already have 9 here. Because remember, the Jeff is simultaneously in both of these spots. Oh my god, what a funny game. We lose though, yeah? No, wait, do we win left and right? Oh my god, what a fucking game of Marvel Snap. Holy! What a just absolutely insane, hilarious Marvel Snap game. Thank you, Pixie. I appreciate you. Thank you, Pixie. I appreciate you. Love it when a plan comes together. This Pixie isn't even good, Jeff, 3 minutes ago. That's true. Pixie took that personally. She was like, I'm gonna show this guy what's up. He's never gonna doubt me again. I think I'm supposed to vibe on this because they're a Mobius deck. Hitting Thanos with it isn't that good in most spots anyways. Alright, so we know they didn't have Mobius in their hand going into turn 4. They obviously could have drawn it. Oh gosh, and I snuck priority here, so I can do this and deny them the extra energy next turn. Do I do this and snap them? Is there any reason to play the Spider Ham? It's just all downside if they drew Mobius, yeah? Oh, I can't snap them. What do I need to snap? Do I play the Ham? Playing the Ham is good if they time stone, because it means Thanos stays more expensive. Oh, this could be Thanos in play too, actually. Yeah, it is. Cool. Arrow right moves Thanos, chat. We lose to Cull because we know they have stones. I think we're basically just flipping Magneto against where we think they're playing their cards.
We are the future.
We're gonna order those.
Victory.
Alright, that was a sweet first game. Cards were moved around. Pixie things were done. We legioned, we pixied, we juggernauted. That's exactly how we drew it up. Stayed up for a little bit, huh? I am waiting to play Spider Ham because if we roll draw mode or demon mode on Nico, I'd like to use those on the pig. And I continue to vibe for that same reason. Korg does have a voice line, yeah. I think it's this, to leave ourselves the option to eat Juggernaut if we hit the draw mode next turn. Borg Dakin. Opponent's a gamer of culture here. Of being able to see your opponent's collection level and ladder and conquest. I assume that's an oversight that they'll correct at some point. Surprised if that's a desired outcome. Why would they create a UI that someone's never supposed to see? I assume it's a UI so you can view information on people who have applied to join your alliance, and then it was accidentally added to the click of the profile in the post-conquest screen there. Because the place that you currently gain access to it from, it doesn't make any sense for it to exist there from a logical perspective, especially the fact that only the winner sees that information. I would assume they want you to be able to click on someone's profile when they apply to join your alliance to see what their current rank is. Yeah, it also wasn't documented in the patch notes. It is 100% an undocumented feature. What do you think of using Hercules as a means to double proc Craven and Kingpin? It sounds atrocious. I think that sounds really bad, and that's why we're not doing it. We'll play other Hercules decks after. We'll play Hercules decks after we're done with this one. I don't think they're the same thing. Put some rocks in the deck you're drawing from, bud. Do it. Do it. They ever confirm if alliances will be region locked? I don't believe so.
Victory.
I would assume they won't be. The only thing that's region locked in Snap is the matchmaking servers. But we'll see. I feel like even when I have Kingpin on 1, I kind of want to wait to see how the board develops before I decide where to play him out. That's one of the upsides, his being costing 1 gold. You can fit him into the curve later better. If I had a nickel for every time I've copied an arrow with a time feeder in this match, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's kind of strange that it happened twice. They've also played Korg on 1 3 games in a row, which is unfortunate. Assuming our opponent is playing Killmonger until proven otherwise. I think we're dead here. I'm just gonna go ahead and Spider Ham them to take one more piece of information before I bounce to the next game. Fill in another one of the question marks in their deck, hopefully.
Opponent snap.
Oh. Rock left. I'm retreating, Kyle.
Escape.
I was waiting to see if I could see some more cards in their deck for free, potentially, between Spider Ham and them playing for the turn, but we weren't winning that game. no Korgon one? Crazy. Yes, Darkhawk and Stature are definitely two of the unknowns. Rock Slide's another that we know for sure.
Oh, snap.
It'd be cool if cards interacted with cards on the board. 100%. That was one of my favorite things about Runeterra, is the cards talk to each other. It really made the game board feel alive. Yeah, Stature, Hawk, Rock Slide are three of them. I would assume Killmonger's another one as well. And then probably like Jeff or White Widow, other things to fill in the 2-drop slot. And then they're gonna play their card, their 3-drop here, because they don't want it to move into Craven's Path on the Asteroid M, so we get to tag it with Rocket Raccoon here. Obviously, Polaris isn't moving anything, but she'll pull into the Craven Path. And then I'm putting Kingpin here, so that way we can arrow over to here next turn. Although, depending on how the board looks, we might Legion Marine it. We'll see. Fine! I won't Legion Marine it. I take it back. We have priority here, so Samurai is going to get pulled over here. Effectively a 13 power arrow that strands one of their cards in a location they probably can't win.
Opponent snap.
Yeah, and I'm definitely staying here. They could have Stature plus something else, I guess, that could be scary. We know they have a demon, I suppose. It feels incredibly bad to lose this game to someone who forgot Asteroid M was in play. Not that I haven't done it 100 times, but it just feels bad, man. There's just no way they don't have 5 points for the center. I'll have to win 3 in a row, but if we win 2 4 points in a row, we could have a chance. Jug center wins sometimes. Not if they just play left. I can't put any points on the left.
Escaped.
You're right. If we're all in there, the play to win line is if we're all in that game, the play to win line is jug left for sure. Just hope it works out, but we're not all in. We can play another one for 4 cubes. Definitely not demon moding on Nico into a Killmonger deck.
Victory.
Oh yeah, we have Mobius against the Stature deck too. Good for us.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
on! You always have Korg on 1, right? Nico as Demon on 1 is awful for us. Rip. For them. They can't Killmonger now, at least. Last half full. Hopefully this last location is something that's good for Legion. Juggernaut will let us take over the left, yeah? Oh, Pixie, why? Why, Pixie? Oh, man. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That's granted, I suppose. I assume we're torched. Impossibly clunky draw for us. Very good start for them. Alright, how big's the second one? Can we cheese the center with it? Or the left with it? We got to cheese the left here. We somehow top deck a big Magneto, he says before drawing a rock. Got a rock! Even Magneto wouldn't have done it. Alright, let's roll some ads, then we'll give this deck a couple more tries when we get back. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. Playing the lower one so we can play some faster matches against a wider range of opponents. Late stream? A little bit late. The OTA came out super late. Thought I'd play at least a little bit with the change cards. It didn't go live until like 40 minutes ago. You missed taking a screenshot of the opponent's deck. The opponent's deck is one we've highlighted a bunch of times in the past. It's a very stock Dark Hawk stature deck. It's very reasonable. Wow, you actually needed the Dark Hawk? Yeah, my hand was just straight bricks. Pixie set my Mobius to 6, and we drew it the turn after we Pixie. It was just like brutal. Good luck in the rest of your Gold Conquest. You played very well. Words I will never hear uttered in my general direction. And shut up. I think you can do it. Yeah, we'll wait a second on him. We're going to have 2 3/8s. And I'm going to take them all again. Our opponent didn't step us back, and they're likely playing Mill, so I'm going to take a mulligan on the matchup, too. I don't really feel like playing against Mill. My Pixie deck. There's a Mill deck now. Yeah, the card Baron Zemo was added last season or the season before. Created a Mill archetype. It's not particularly strong, but it's annoying to play against. And it's fairly popular because people like playing decks that are annoying to play against. Yeah, I'll play like one match against it, but like people aren't stamping me back in the proving grounds. I just have no desire to play 800 rounds against the Mill deck. Pixie is not replaceable in any decks that she's contained in. Pixie is one of those cards that you make multiple conscious deck building decisions around. Yep. Is Pixie ongoing a deck? There aren't really any established meta Pixie decks at the moment. I will say, Cheap Magneto is fun.
We are the future.
What an amusing bit of chaos.
Victory.
like I've been talking about, I'm really happy they decided to take another crack at Kingpin as a card. I don't expect it to like him become a meta staple or a must-have or top thing, but he just generates the type of gameplay that frequently puts a smile on my face where you're just like, yeah, that was neat. I just think like Marge Simpson meme, I just think he's neat. It's also kind of interesting that in a way, making Kingpin better if he's somewhere around the format makes Nocturne and Jeff incidentally a little bit worse. She'll be smaller when she jumps into Kingpin lanes. You're feeling about Grandmaster. I really like Grandmaster inside of the Cersei Clutter deck I've been playing a bunch of, but I don't think he is particularly competitive or good anywhere outside of that I've seen.
Opponent snapped.
Chat, how does Legion Crown City work? He says, knowing he's about to hear 3 different answers saying 3 different things. This is a really good Pixie. We have Arrow and Magneto in our deck and 4 1 energies that can shuffle onto him potentially. Oh my god, could you imagine if that would have hit Legion? The absolute insanity that would have ensued? Arrow doesn't work. Arrow does work. The card was transformed. It wasn't destroyed. Those 2 things are different. We're gonna find out on the old Crown Cities here. Man, I bricked on Magento. What if I do this, actually? Because this Crown City is getting bigger from this one. So if I take this away, they'll lose 4 here, and I'll gain 4. Oh, but they took the one on the left. Interesting. So how does it work if I would have... Definitely a little bit of an expansion diff. If I would have... So this had 2 bonuses from 2 Crown Cities. And this has a Crown City from them. So if I would have been winning here, they would have been -4 and I would have been +4. We still would have been losing. If I would have gone Jug, Polaris, middle, I would have pulled their White Widow out. And then they would have been 8, 12, and I would have been... Now, I think we still lose because we're losing here, which triggers here, which triggers here. I think it didn't matter. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little fuzzy on exactly how all the crown cities are working together. She won the game for them. Maybe the White Widow on the left was pretty good too. Locking us up there.
Opponent snapped.
Here to try and win here, and then we'll like juggernaut the middle.
Time's up.
Here, raccoon. Assumed that I was gonna have room to play it with a 3 on 4 and held on to it. Jug is the king of the TBA. He is the juggernaut, bitch.
Opponent snapped.
We really want to draw Mobius here if we're gonna Pixie the Carmartage. Yeah, I think without Mobius, I'm just gonna play into the Black Vortex. Double Pixieing is only worthwhile if, you have Mobius in play. Just woke up from hibernation error about yet. Tuesday. That is a above average Carmartage for our opponent. You ever miss having a conventional job? I miss doing software stuff sometimes. Enjoyed doing automation stuff. This is probably better for me than them because they've powered up a bunch of their cards. I love Legion. Let's add a little chaos to the game, shall we? I think Fastos would be good with airship. I am truly and entirely genuinely confused why I keep hearing people talk about Fastos with Airshim. Like, I feel like I must be missing something because people keep talking about it. I just don't get it. Fastos is a card you need to play early, and while Airshim lets you play it on turn 2, your odds of having Fastos on turn 2 or turn 3 is like incredibly low. I don't know. Maybe it's fine just because like it's a generically fine card. My gut says it's probably not still there. A link for the seated bike that you use. I have a link to the company that makes it, Flexospot on Amazon. Check them out there. Trying to figure out how I win a lane that's not the right one. Oh. They could fill the board here with the Sarah. I was wondering why they didn't surf for the middle, but then I realized because of all the black vortexes, they actually didn't have any 3-drops, which is funny. Oh, what's the actual math on having it on turn 2? I'm gonna look up the. I feel like people keep bringing up Fastos and Airshim enough that I need a number to tell you how unlikely it is. You're 20% to have it on turn 2. You're 25% to have it on turn 3. It's so unlikely, and it's such a bad card. It's such a bad card later that like you're already gonna have a bunch of other bad cards. No, you're not 20 and then an additional 25% to have it on turn 3. It's 20% total on turn 2 and then cumulative 25% to have it on turn 3.
Snap. Opponent snapped.
You think Airship decks will have enough space to add Fastos? As someone who sat down and built like 8 different Airship decks last night, I think that's not the case. I'd be incredibly surprised if that was the case. Drawing one of our 2/5s is sad. I'm still gonna Pixie here though. I got anything else to do? Oh, you're calculating, given that you drew Fastos over the course of a game, what are the odds that you drew it by turn 3? Sure. And again, I would just say having a brick in your deck that's already going to have extra bricks in it by design just does not sound appealing. Aeroshim is a meme card, right? I think the people that think Aeroshim's a meme card are the types of people who always underestimate energy cost reduction in games like Marvel Snap. What kind of cards should you put in Aeroshim deck then? I'll have a video talking about that. I'm not going to give you the answers to in advance. Oh my god, we just porked an Iron Man. Get wrecked. Thanks, Gladiator. Appreciate you, bud. Also, +1 max energy is a big deal. It's the TLDR. Legioning here. Is it sewer system? It might be sewer system. Not doing Crown City math again. You can't make me. Ugh. All right, Arrow doesn't actually have text because they don't have a last played card. I'm just gonna Magneto in the middle. Call it a day. He's +11 there, and he's pulling 10 in, so I have a chance to win left and right. And maybe center 2, depending on how they play. So Darkhawk decks will be strong when Aeroshim releases. Sure, Darkhawk gets nominally better. I talked about this earlier this week, but I think the #1 thing that's going to happen as a result of Aeroshim's release is a bunch of people who want to try and hate on the new thing because their sticks in the mud are going to play Darkhawk and realize that Darkhawk has always been good. And yes, it will obviously be good into Aeroshim. Congratulations, you figured it out. But past being good into Aeroshim, it's also just a generically good card that people should probably be playing more of.
Victory.
Magneto in the middle, new family game from Hasbro. Yep. Lovely. All right, gamers, it's 4:45. I know I started a little late. The OTA was a little late today, but everybody's leaving work in the US and going to bed in the EU, so I'm gonna do the same. I'll be back for a nice full day tomorrow. This deck list was fun and generated a lot of novel games, but I don't know that I really expect it to be too terribly competitive. But if you're looking to kick things around with Kingpin, it's definitely got fun Pixie blowouts and other things to do of that nature. We'll make a fine highlight, had some great games of Snap in there. Tomorrow, what do we have in store? I want to try a bunch of Hercules decks tomorrow. I've got like little movers without bounce stuff. I've got a Black Swan bounce version of movers. I've got a non-Black Swan bounce version without stuff. I've got Stegron because I love Stegron. And then I wanna play some Alioth decks too. I've got Alioth featuring Super Giant, and then I've got Alioth featuring Jean Grey as more of a like pseudo lockout build. So a few things we're gonna be trying tomorrow. I'll be live bright and early in the morning as I typically am. We'll be playing all day. Thanks to everybody who hung out through the end today. If you missed my breakdown on the OTA, I've got a full review you can find on my channel here.